Are you tired of getting caught in fake breakouts? Or are you struggling to trade when the market is not trending? In this video, we are breaking down the range detector indicator. It's one of the effective tools that you can use for identifying and trading ranging markets. Okay, so I'm just going to add the range detector indicator to the chart right away. All right. Now, if you want to improve your trading skills, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new strategy. Okay, let us get into it. The range detector indicator is a tool that is designed to identify when the market is moving sideways. All right, it's designed to identify when the market is moving sideways. Okay, quite a straightforward indicator. All right, so you can see, unlike trend following indicators, this one highlights support and resistance zones where price repeatedly bounces, giving traders clear entry and exit points. Okay, so now a ranging market occurs when price fails to make higher highs or lower lows. Like in this example, you can see that price was literally going sideways, no higher highs or lower lows. So that's what we call a ranging market. Same here, no higher highs, no lower lows. Same here, same here, same here. You can see. So that's what the indicator does, automatically identifying these zones. Now, recognizing these conditions is crucial because many traders lose money by mistakenly trading as if the market is trending. So how do you know if a market is ranging? Here's what to look for. First of all, you should see price moving between two key horizontal levels without a clear trend. All right. And then you should see the range detector indicator marking out a channel of repeated highs and lows, like what we can see happening here. Okay. And you're going to see that within that zone, there's not going to be any significant breakouts with price repeatedly bouncing off support and resistance. All right. You're going to see a repeated motion sideways. So if these conditions are met, then we have a ranging market, and the goal is to buy at the bottom and sell at the top of the range. Okay. Now, once we have identified the range, here's how we trade it. It's as simple as it sounds. You buy near support when price reaches the lower boundary of the range, looking for reversal confirmation like bullish candlesticks. For example, this would have been a good place to buy after we had this rejection candle. And then, of course, the resistance zone will be our take profit level. Okay. Then here, this would have been another good place to buy after this rejection candle, that pin bar. Stop loss below the support, take profit at the resistance. So it's quite easy, right? Then for a sell, you sell near the resistance when price reaches the upper boundary. So this would have been a good place to sell. Stop loss above resistance, take profit around support. Okay, but ensure you get confirmation with bearish signals, maybe bearish candlestick patterns. Okay. Meanwhile, avoid trading in the middle of the range, as this area is often unpredictable and full of fake outs. All right. So to improve accuracy, combine the range detector indicator with other confirmations like the RSI. You know, if you're using the relative strength index, for example, you should be looking for oversold conditions around the support zone and overbought conditions around resistance zone. Okay. Then you can also decide to use volume indicators. Yeah, you can actually use volume indicators. For example, low volume typically means that price is still respecting the range, right? When you have low volumes, it still means price is respecting the range. And then watch out for candlestick patterns, okay? Watch out for strong reversal formations at range extremes, okay? When you find the reversal formation around range extremes, you know, that's a very important factor to look out for, all right, in order to improve your accuracy. Even though ranging markets offer great opportunities, risk management is key. Now, here's how to avoid common pitfalls. One is ensure that you place a stop loss just outside the range, all right, to avoid false breakouts. If you're entering a sell, just give some pips away from the range. If you're entering a buy, give some pips away from the range, all right? Only take trades when confirmed by multiple indicators to reduce bad entries. All right, it's important to minimize the chances of bad entries. So get as many confirmations as possible and be patient. Wait for price to reach key levels before entering a trade. All right, before you enter a sell, at least price should get towards resistance zone. Before you enter a buy, price should get towards support zone. Okay, and make sure that you have good risk to reward ratios. Make sure your risk to reward ratios are good enough. Do not jump into a trade at the middle of the range. Do not jump in. If you can't catch your buy trade very close to the support, then you should just forget about it, especially if it is a narrow range. If the range is wide, if the range is a wide range and you still have a good risk to reward ratios even after confirmations for a buy or for a sell, then that's fine. But if the range is a tight range, if you have a tight range, ensure that you have a good risk to reward ratio before you jump into the trade. Okay, it's important. Now, ranging markets can be tricky, but the range detector indicator makes it quite easier to identify and trade them with confidence. So instead of getting caught in unnecessary trades, you can focus on high probability setups within well-defined levels. All right. If this video helped you, smash that like button and drop a comment below sharing your experience with ranging markets. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Forex strategies. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy trading.